What's up, ladies and gents? I'm your host, Untitled 1, and welcome to another video for Sniper Elite 5. This is called Secret Weapons Mission. We're going to be heading from the bottom all the way to the right, up to the top, back down a little bit, and then over to the left, and then all the way to the left to exfiltrate. This is going to be a very long video, and I'm going to do it completely stealthy, no one seeing me, as well as I am actually going to take no one out except for what the game does. So hopefully you guys enjoy.
With Dupont-sur-Douve liberated, an Allied path into France is secured, and Operation Overlord marches on against the Nazis. It's time to put an end to Operation Kraken. Marie's reconnaissance reveals a heavily defended weapons research facility. Her intel shows a lake, and Nazi scientists testing something big. Evidence points to Operation Kraken being coordinated from a war room deep inside the central facility. The perimeter will be tough to breach, but I need to find a way in. Time to find out what Operation Kraken is really all about.
Come on, Monsieur Shadow. We are so close now. Destroy this base and Operation Kraken is finished.
Simple enough.
You can do this.
Easy for you to say.
Remember our rendezvous.
See you on the other side, Chevalier! Whatever's left of Kraken, it's here. Time to end this. There's the base, just like Marie said. The perimeter is heavily defended. I'm sure I'll find a way in, though.
Alright, so there is a lot of things to discuss with this mission. There is a lot of things to do, of course, and we're going to be taking out the target kill that we need to do as well. So, definitely the toughest mission that I've come across so far, because there was a few choke points that almost make it impossible for you to sneak around. However, with my perseverance, trial and error, I have figured out how to get around some of those sections. However, there will be a section up ahead once we get to. It's not marked on the map just yet, and it's before you get to that one right there, but we're going to make our way from the right all the way back around. There's a bunch of objectives that you have to get in this mission, probably the most that you've had to do. Essentially, it's you're going to be seeing a lot of stealthing and a lot of like, wow, I can't believe you just got away with that kind of gameplay. But also remember, this is on authentic, and it's a lot tougher than I might make it look here. I can assure you that this took hours, and when I mean hours of me sitting here figuring out how can I get by. I cannot see the enemies. I cannot see which direction they're looking at, especially if I'm not looking at them. This is the authentic mode, and you know, I've said this in previous videos, but this truly is a very, very difficult thing to do.
Follow the train line, see if I can find him, and cross him off it.
And I do apologize for talking over stuff, but there's just so much to talk about here. Every time you see me get down in a situation like this, it means that's what you want to do, otherwise you will be seen. But here we're going to be able to pretty much, the beginning of the mission isn't too hard. It's actually once we get into the big dome, that is when it's going to become very, very difficult, because there are so many enemies around, and it's very hard because it does, this is an open map, and this is a huge map. But once you get inside that dome, obviously you kind of got to funnel yourself in a way of where to get to. You still have many different ways, but the way that I'm going to complete my objectives is I'm going through the complete right side of the mission. If you go and infiltrate through the right side, that is going to have that's going to be the path of least resistance. However, it's still going to be very, very tough to do, especially when you're not messing with anyone and you're ghosting it. So if we weren't ghosting it, I imagine it would be significantly easier. We will have to use a lot of distractions with bottles and whatnot. But let me make a note that we're heading our way towards the right here.
Should be able to sneak by them in those trenches.
And once we do that, there's going to be some information that we can get. There's a lot of optional objectives that you can do here with taking pictures and whatnot. We're not going to be doing those. When you see the little picture icon, it just means you need to take a picture. We're going to be heading towards the right. We need to grab a piece of paper in order to kind of know exactly where our target is that we need to take out.
What's going on here? A shipping manifest should give me more info.
Now remember, the target that we're taking out is not necessarily part of the main objective. It is that kill list that we've been doing in every single mission. So if you do not care about the kill list, then you don't need to worry about any grabbing this specific item that I'm trying to grab in this building. Otherwise, you can just follow the same path but keep moving, and then you should be good to go. This, again, is going to be the path of least resistance when it comes to enemies, but it still can take a while, and you still will have to do some distractions.
Keine Sorge, bald startet der Kraken. Wir müssen uns nicht mehr mit ihm abgeben. Was war das? Hallo? Moment mal. Wo ist der nur? Mann!
Now we're going to go ahead and pick up what I said we needed to pick up. This is going to pinpoint the kill list.
All right, I can use this.
Essentially what it does is it places him in the perfect spot for us to be able to distract a few enemies and the kill target himself, and be able to take him out without anyone seeing. Now we're going to keep going around. There is an elite sniper in this area. What these elite now, I don't really mess with them, and you don't really see them because it's just the way that I'm playing. But you're going to have to really deal with these guys because elite snipers are much, much better at seeing you from far away. It's much harder to get around these guys. There's one here, and there's also a few more later on in the levels. But if you know the routes to take, then obviously you'll be able to get by them. There is a defector in this building up ahead. There's a little bit of a parkour puzzle for you to get inside there, but once you get inside there, you can also do the defector challenge thing where you can get his information that he has, which he'll lead you to something else that you can grab. Obviously, if you're someone who wants to go and
just
continue
ahead.
with collecting
Gotta
things.
hurry. Kraken's not done yet.
But we're not going to be doing that in this. I actually did it in my Xbox version of it when I was learning the level. But for this is our authentic walkthrough, so we're sticking to the mission at hand and teaching you exactly what you need to do to get in, infiltrate, and get out without being seen. This section, this is exactly where the infiltration point is. There are going to be two guards. One is going to have a big kind of light that he's shining down, and there's going to be one guy at the very below him. All you need to do is distract the one guard below him. Make sure you throw the
Checkpoint by
bottle
the
behind
weapons
him.
lab. Marie mentioned this. The way she infiltrated the base must be around here somewhere.
You absolutely 100% have to distract this guy. You cannot get around him without doing so. The way that the light guy is, and the way that this guy is, and the way that they move, and how they're in sync, and all that really just makes it impossible. So once this guy is done checking the truck, he is going to move back into his right. Then you're going to throw the bottle behind, but you need to get down here because there's going to be another truck coming up through here. And on this difficulty, even if you're standing like right where I am, you're going to be seen. The only other difficult thing is it's that the way they do the cover system is not something that I prefer. I prefer having an actual button to snap to cover. Otherwise, sometimes the cover just doesn't snap and you can get caught. So once we throw that there, make sure that the light is on the other side, and then you can get around him. Stay to the right side. There's a little path that you can take that'll get you through. Now you're going to see me kind of stealth my way through this right here. It's very easy to be seen right here.
This must
very
be the
easy.
V2 wind tunnel. Youngers is due to visit here. Bound to be intel here that command can put to good use.
Essentially every few seconds you need to go into prone, or else one of those guys on that far left who has another big light shining on you will see you. Go towards the right here because you need to be as far back from those guys as possible to make your way across. And if you've done it in the amount of time that I have, there's going to be a huge tank coming your way. So you want to get over here as quickly as you can. There is a guy, another elite sniper up there, but he is shooting at a different location, so you're fine. There's an officer right here that you need to worry about, but he is not looking in this direction. Get down as soon as you get over here, otherwise the guys on the left will see you, and the tank coming up will see you as well. Make your way over here until we get to the brush, and then you're good for a little while. And then we're going to wait until the everything kind of lines up for us to be able to enter into the compound.
Panzerfaust. Let's bust some tanks.
Once you're here, you just got to kind of worry about really one guy, and that's him right there. Once he is at the point where he's not looking at you anymore, go straight ahead. There's another guy to the left, but he can't see you from where he is, although he will be seeing us in just a few seconds, but it's just a slight see. Otherwise, you'd have to wait a good another, 30, 40 seconds for him to kind of go back and do his pattern that he's doing. Otherwise, you can be seen a little bit, because all that really does is force them to come towards you. But sometimes that's actually to an advantage, because it takes them off their normal path, and when they come to you, then certain objects can be blocking you and blocking them from seeing you. So pick up the weapons lab key. There's going to be a few weapons labs key that you're going to be able to pick up, especially you need the other key to get into the main dome. As you can see, this guy is heading towards us, but there's going to be a certain moment where he is not going to be able to see us as we go up these stairs, and that will allow us to be able to continue on. So don't be afraid of moments like this. Just know that once he's getting on the stairs, you have an opportunity of coming up here, and he shouldn't be able to see you, but hopefully you'll have even better luck than I did there. You have a guy here, and you have a secret way to get in. Now, you don't need to do this little secret way right here, but I prefer going on this outside. You don't have to do this. This takes more time. But I just love finding these little kind of holes that you can go through, but you don't have to do it.
A winged V2. That can't be good. Gotta find where they're storing any test data. Grab what I can find from the boys in SOE.
Alright, so we're going to continue on and head through here. Now, directly above us, there is a photo that you can take, if that's your thing,
Right
if you want to do some of the side missions.
SOE wanted
Here we're going to move straight across.
Hate to disappoint him.
The guy is right over here. He's talking to this other guy. So what we're going to do is we need to distract him. There's another weapons lab key in case you didn't get the other one. So the best way that I found to distract him, instead of throwing a bottle, because sometimes enemies go aggro when you throw a bottle, it's very random. But try to make some noise right here, just a little bit. If he doesn't hear it the first time, and you'll know by him not talking anymore, you might have to do it a few times. He didn't notice on this one, but he does on the next one. So we're going to do a little run, stand up. That'll get their attention. So what happens is, the main officer that we need to take out is actually going to, or I guess he's a scientist. I don't know what you want to call him, but he's part of the kill list. He is going to do a little route. He does this every single time if you make a little noise there. This other guy, he does his little route, but his route doesn't come close to you as long as you do everything that I just did in the area that I did it. So what's going to happen is the scientist or officer, I don't know what you call him, the guy you need to take out is going to be moving all the way out into that big room, and then he's going to immediately come back. So all you have to do essentially is wait until he comes back, and you're going to take him out right in this spot. It could be a little tricky. It might take you a few times, but this was the best method that I found to take out the kill list. And of course, once you take him out, then we're going to be heading up the stairs again. This time out the door, and then heading all the way into the secret area that we need to infiltrate, where all the real objectives will start.
Good luck walking that off. Cross another one off the list.
Junge spuckt einfach jede Menge Ideen aus. Irgendwas wird schon funktionieren. Ist der Moment von ihm.
All right, so now that we're about to infiltrate, notice that there is a enemy directly on the left side of this door. Do not rush in here because he can hear you even from out here. So he doesn't hear the door open because it's a part of the game, but he would hear you if you were running right there.
Weapons lab. It has to be somewhere in here. Gotta find it and put a stop to this.
There are multiple ways to get to the other side of the room. There's a way on the right side if you just wait until the door opens or the little lever kind of lifts up and then you can go. But that's going to get you killed more often than not because there's a lot of people looking right there. So it's best to wait right here. The guard that is kind of doing this little patrol pattern is going to come back around. Once you have that opportunity and the guy is looking the other direction, you can stand right here and then head over here and you should be safe. Now the other guy is going to be patrolling. He's going to come past you. As soon as he does come past you and he won't be able to see you, you want to come over here. You can grab this map. You don't have to grab the map, but the map essentially lets you know what your next objective is. Because at this point, you're just searching this area. You have no idea where your objective is. But looking at this map, you pinpoint where you need to go. It's not something you need to do if you've already completed the mission, because obviously you already know where you need to go, so therefore you don't need to do this. But if this is your first time, then you're going to want to map up so you know where to go.
Launch center has to be in there.
And even though the infiltration area doesn't show up in my game, that is because it's on authentic and that doesn't show up. So essentially what you're going to want to do is your next objective after you complete this one is going to be down in this area, but we're going to be coming back to here because I found a route that kind of gives us the best kind of infiltration for it. Here, just let this guy see you slightly. He's going to see you, and then he's going to come around. This officer otherwise will stay right there, and you don't want that to happen. Because if that officer stays right there, then you won't be able to get around him. I mean, there's about 6 people here. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, this standing in that position that I was allows him to see you enough to where he starts to move. And as you can see him up there, he's moving. So head over here. You still can't be seen by the guy behind you, so you need to be careful here. These 3 guys are going to stay there the entire time. If you distract the officer the way that I did, these 3 will always be there. I don't know if it's a glitch. I don't know what, because when I did it on Xbox, I had to do it completely different. Those guys moved around. But here on this PC version, when I distracted the officer on the 2nd floor, and he moves over to investigate, those 3 stay right there. There is an elite sniper on this 2nd floor as well, so you got to watch out for him. As you can see, we're able to sneak past all those guys and head up into our next area. There's about 3 more guards that you're going to have to worry about inside here. Don't go into the room there, because there's going to be a scientist guy who will come into that room and he'll see you. There's really nowhere to hide, so it's best to come around on this side. And as long as you're prone, the 3 guys down there won't see you, and of course the elite sniper won't see you from here as well. Once you enter this room, depends on where the guys are. Make sure you do a good save here just in case, because it's very hard to get in here, and I can't tell you that it's going to happen every time. We don't have a key to get into the other door, so therefore we can get into this door. This door will take us to it. Where the elite sniper is, that is actually where your main objective is. You can go right into the room if you have the key. But you have to take the guys out to get the key, and we're not doing that, so therefore we have to come up with a different method of getting in. Now, this guy could be in a different location depending where you are. If he's exactly where you see him, then you can get around him. Otherwise, you need to wait until he moves up further ahead, and then you can sneak around him. That means this guy is going to be doing this. You can get by him. That guy will be looking there. You can get by him. I can't tell you how perfect that has to be for you to do what I just did. I assure you, the first time you play this, it will not line up the way it just did. Trust me. Like, it is like through an act of the Lord Almighty himself that I was able to sneak through those 3 guys just that smooth. Otherwise, you're most likely gonna have to take him out. The reason is that once you get close enough and their characters start to do, well, I'll let the cinema play out.
Kraken was never launching from here. This whole base was just a test site. Saint-Nazaire. That's where the Operation Kraken fleet is. Stealth U-boats, all carrying V2s, targeting New York and Washington. I've got to stop this. I'm afraid Herr Klempt isn't available right now. Can I take a message?
Who is that? Who is that speaking?
Wouldn't you like to know?
The Shadow. You must be Mr. Fairburn, the famous desert ghost.
And you are Abelard Moeller, evil Nazi butcher.
You are not the only one with friends in the Resistance. You are a dead man. Do you hear me? A dead man.
Keep telling yourself that, Herr Moeller. Because when I'm done here, I'm coming for Operation Kraken. And for you. Kraken's launching from Saint-Nazaire. Can't head there yet while they have V2s on site. I've got to take them out before I leave. All right, the V2s that didn't make it to Saint-Nazaire are being fueled here. Got to make them useless before they can be fired on the Allies.
So that guy stays right there against that corner the whole time, which means you literally have to take him out or else you're really not going to be able to sneak by him. So that's what I was trying to say. But here, you're going to leave through the left here. You should be clear as long as everything worked the way that it did. Those guys are looking the other direction. You can move along. The officer guy can't see you from here. Now, you'll notice that I have got perfect timing. And again, this is all based off of what is going on in my playthrough. So that guy's looking to the left. This guy is going to be starting to walk forward as we come across here, and he won't see us. And all we're going to do is head back down into that area that I showed you before, which is right here. So head down, and then we can move on to the next objective, which is going to be to blow up a rocket. So, all right, there's a lot I have to say about this. This was the hardest part in the game to do without taking anyone out. This is also the section where even though you don't take anyone out, one guy will be dead automatically because you're going to blow up the rocket, and he is the guy who is literally next to the rocket. Therefore, he will get blown up. The other three do not get blown up. But you'll see what I'm saying later on. Actually, this is a different objective. We'll get to that in a minute. This is a huge level, so I skipped one objective ahead. So first thing you want to do is you got two valves that you're going to need to turn here. Go up to the left side first. There's going to be one guy on the bottom, and there's going to be one guy on the top here next to us. Just wait for him. He does have different patrol patterns, so you might get caught. So do a save somewhere around here.
If I can overload the pressure
but
gauge
wait
on
right
these
here
pipes,
against this corner.
should set up a chain reaction.
Once he is done, he is going to turn around and go back. That's when you can go ahead and grab this first part. And then we're going to move back to where we came, go to the opposite side, get up, and then we're going to try to start to do the next one.
Overloading these will make something backfire. Just got to look out for a way to set off the fireworks. Looks like a control system. If I can overload the fuel system, then I can force it to backfire from in here.
All right, immediately get up against here, or else he's going to see you. If that's the way it happened in mine. But everything timing-wise is going to be hopefully perfect. Wait a few seconds. Both of those guys are on two different floors, but once that guy starts moving, then you can go forward. That means he won't see you. We're going to jump down this little area here, and then we're going to grab the second one, and then we have to head to the control room to destroy it.
pressure's off the charts.
Now he shouldn't see you while you're down here as long as you didn't distract
Overload the
anyone
system and
and
blow these tankers apart.
nothing changed their pattern. Follow him, then head up the stairs into the room that we passed, and then complete this objective, and then we're going to head out of here and do the next one.
V2s in here are grounded. Still gotta take out the launch sites before I can leave.
Alright, so here is the objective I was talking about earlier. This is the one where you have to blow up the rocket. There's 3 guys on the bottom area, and there is 1 guy at the top. There's also 2 guys on the outside that can look in to see you when you're climbing, so you have to be careful. I definitely recommend
Must be where the lake launch site
safe
is.
here.
Got to get in there and take it out.
Now, this is one of those times where I'm actually going to tell you, you don't have to do it the way that I'm doing, because the guy's going to die no matter what. But because we love a challenge, this took a while. This probably took the longest out of everything in this mission to complete. You only have these 2 here and the guy up top the ladder. Then you have these 2 guys over there. They're going to be, one's going to come in, the other one's going to take his truck out of there. So essentially what you're going to want to do is you have to wait. There's nothing I could do. I tried doing some distractions by throwing some bottles to get guys looking in different directions so I can get up the ladder in time. It never worked because something in this game, for whatever reason, is when you throw a bottle, there's a 50-50 chance it could go one or the other way. Either one of them is going to aggro and go into assault mode, meaning that he essentially knows exactly where you are. He'll go to cover and he'll start shooting at you, even though you throw a bottle to distract him. Or you'll actually do the distraction and then they won't go aggro. So I don't know what sets the aggro. Honestly, I haven't been able to figure it out. So you can't always depend on the bottle distraction because sometimes it just doesn't work. Also, you cannot depend on which way an enemy is going to turn. So in Splinter Cell games, in Assassin's Creed games, you always see me do one of the dumbest looking stealth maneuvers that you can do in these video games. That is, get right up next to someone and then immediately when they turn, go past them. That is because you've learned which way they're going to turn, either right or left. So if you stand to their left, they start turning right, you move past, and then they don't see you. However, in this game, which I love, and I'm very glad the developers did that, it's random every time. The enemy will never, and I repeat, never do the same thing. Yes, they have their patterns, but they will never turn to the left or turn to the right. And you're going to see this right here. So we're climbing the ladder. We're good to go. Everybody's in a favorable position. We don't want to take this guy out. Even though you can go ahead and do it, he's going to die anyway. This took, like 20 times because he would always change his direction. If that happens, it's just so difficult to figure out what to do. So you just got to kind of get really lucky. And for those of you that have played this mission already and didn't even know you could do that, well, you can. So we were able to get by without taking him out. And I just can't tell you. You have to move quickly here because the other guy turns around so quickly, and you'll see that I'll almost see you a little bit. But as you can see, we're good to go and we can move on. So we got to go across the way and blow it up. Like I said, I was very frustrated at this point because I wanted to do that without taking any of those guys out. I was able to do it, but it did take quite a long time. So if you don't have the fortitude to wait, then it's not worth it. You can at least take the guy on top out because he is going to die no matter what. There's nothing you can do to get around it. because you're going to blow up the rocket and he's he's going to meet his end. I don't know why the other two don't meet their end as well. It just so happened that this guy is looking in this direction when we were coming across. Nothing you can do. But you can still maneuver around. See, this is what I love about these types of games is you don't have to restart just because someone slightly sees you. It's actually more challenging when someone slightly sees you and they come towards you. Then you have to think on your feet. Then you have to come up with, okay, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And that is where how do you say it? That is where I take the pride in what I do, is trying to figure out, okay, this guy knows that something's going on. He sees something, but he doesn't quite know what it is, and you're able to still get by them. I think it adds even more challenge to it all. So let me explain. So if you were to take the guy out, knock him out, or take him out completely, he will drop a key, the guy that's on top of the ladder that's next to the rocket. This key will get you into this room. However, we didn't take him out, so therefore we are missing the key. He is the one that has the key, the guy that's at the top of the rocket. But we did pick up satchels. So again, if you don't want to have to worry about blowing it up with the satchel, well then obviously knock him out, take the key, and that's it. And then you're good to go. No one is going to hear this, so don't worry about that. However, here's the thing. I thought that... let me put it this way, at this point I had never done this mission without taking him out. I always knocked him out, right? But I wanted to challenge myself for authentic, so when I went back and did it on authentic, I did that. But then I no longer had the key, but I picked up satchels earlier, so I was good. However, we do take a little damage right there. I mean, I don't even know how that's even possible that we were able to take a little bit of damage right there, because there was nothing that would have been able to hit us, but... See, the guys disappear there, but they'll be back in the next scene. And that'll be your one and only kill. Well, not one and only kill. Actually, you know what? I might be wrong. Our one and only kill is the officer, or the scientist, the kill list, right? And you'll see at the very end of the mission it says 1 kill. So, you know what? I guess it doesn't count that as a kill. Clearly, the guy is dead. I mean, look at it. The platform is destroyed. But I guess the game does not count it as a kill. For some reason, this is after the fact commentary because this is a very tough mission. I like to do live commentary, but sometimes you need to focus and concentrate in order to achieve the best results. So this is after commentary, meaning that for whatever reason, I thought that kill that I see at the end of the screen was him. But no, it's the officer. It's the normal kill list guy that we actually do. So here we have one final objective, and then we'll need to exfiltrate. This is pretty cool. We're going to do something unique that I can probably guarantee you no one else did. I would almost... I'm asking you, someone, find me a video of someone out there. I'm just assuming no one's done this because why would they do it? It makes no sense that you would do this the way that I'm going to do it. But there could have been someone out there that thinks out of the box like me. So what you're supposed to do is you need to sabotage the capsule, right? In order to do that, essentially, it's right across there. You see it out there. You just have to shoot it, right? Essentially, it's just it's a way to get you to use your sniper rifle if you've been stealthy like me, or just to use your sniper rifle. However, I'm going to do it without using my sniper rifle. There's a reason I'm not using it. If you use your sniper rifle, even if you have stealth, even if you have a silencer on, it's going to aggro the enemies. It's not going to get you caught. You could still get around. You'll be fine. But this is the stealthiest way to do it. So either you could use a sniper, you could use your SMG, or you could use this. We're going to use our pistol. Aim here, and you should hit it. There is some drag, so you have to aim up and a little bit to the left, and you should be able to hit it. And we did that with a rail rod. I can almost guarantee you there may be one person that did it, but I really doubt it because it's something that I don't understand why anybody would want to. But this way, see how the guy is still there? This is so hard to explain when you don't see the other way. But essentially, when you shoot it with your sniper rifle or with the SMG, even if you have silencers on, essentially it gets everybody aggroed in this area and they move. here, nobody moves. Nobody gets aggroed. Nobody does anything. They're all in the same space. It's like nothing ever happened. That's how you want to do it. Otherwise, people would be moving around through here because they heard the gunshot. There's no way to mask the sound, or at least, how do I say this? Like, there's no generator or anything to use to mask the sound. Now, if you go to the left here into that little room right there, you can use a crowbar that you pick up and then go in and grab your workbench. Workbenches allow you to unlock specific items and attachments, but we haven't been doing that because we've been playing so hardcore with Authentic that we haven't been using any of that stuff, so therefore I don't need to get it. Here, essentially, just go to the left, go to the right. Don't even go where I'm going right now. Go to the right because you're not going to be able to get through it that way. So what you're going to do is turn back around. There's a guy on the left who looks right at you. Like the moment you saw me turn around, he was coming to look at me. Therefore, you got to do it quickly if you're anywhere near my timing. Essentially, we're heading to the exfiltration point. There's an elite sniper up there. There's that guard that you saw that we were following up the stairs. And there are 2 guards up there. Right now, they're not looking in your direction, so you have free to head up the stairs. Essentially, if you want, just go ahead and take this guy out right here and then use the zip line. However, as you can see, we want to do this without taking the sniper out. So, at this point, you're going to have to wait just a little bit. Because if you look down, that guy down there, he is looking in the direction of the zip line. I don't want to be caught. I don't know if you'll be caught because every time that I did this section, I was always stealthy and succeeded. I never failed it once. So therefore, I don't know if you going across a zip line, even if that guy is looking where he is now, will see or not. I don't know. Essentially, you just wait. He's now looking away, so now is going to be your opportunity. Wait till he gets into his position, use your zip, and then you're good to go. They don't see you. Like a glove. I miss my old catchphrases, everyone. Don't forget to leave a like on this, hit that big thumbs up. This guy is new. I did it on Sniper Elite difficulty. In my original, when I was learning the mission on Xbox Series X, that guy was not there. They added him on Authentic, or I didn't see him in Sniper Elite mode. It's a little different. He could have been there, but that guy threw me for a surprise. The reason I don't think he was there was because I literally went that way. You see that little way he's walking? That's the way that I went in my Sniper Elite, and that guy was never there. So that tells me either he was in a different location, because he goes 2 different locations. He goes to one lighthouse and to the other one, and then he looks off in the distance. So it's possible that he was looking in a different direction by the time I made it up there. So just assume he's going to be there and don't start running. Because I started running and I was like, oh! That was a very, very close one. As you can see, I have not saved in quite a long time. I actually have not saved since the pistol shot, which was very, very tricky to do to get this far without saving. So wait for him. Don't worry about this. He won't see you from where he is. He's going to be using his binoculars in another direction, so you don't need to get down. Just wait for this guy to pass. Once he passes, then you're going to be free to go. And we'll be able to get to the exfiltration point. Now, this is another possibility that an extra enemy spawns on Authentic than Sniper Elite mode. The reason I say this is there is one final Elite Sniper that I never saw during my run through of it on Sniper Elite mode. So you'll see me. I'll be about ready to move to the exfiltration point, and then all of a sudden I see him in the little treehouse thing, and I'm like, whoa, where did he come from? So I mean, another instance of holy crap that scared the crap out of me, because I really do think that maybe they add some enemies on the hardest difficulty just to kind of screw you up. I guess they don't expect you to do it on your first time, but like right here, there's a guy inside the tent, but there's a guy up there, and it's so hard to see him. Once I noticed him, I was like, son of a... But once he turns around, then you're good to go. The other guy inside the tent, he's never going to see you if you stick to the right. And congratulations, you've completed the mission, and you did it without taking anyone out but the kill list.
Operation Kraken Research Facility and V2 missiles neutralized. But the full threat of Operation Kraken is now clear. Hitler has set his sights on America. They are preparing to mobilize from Saint-Nazaire. All countermeasures authorized.
All right, there you have it, ladies and gents. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. This is Secret Weapons, another stealthy mission for you. I know it's been a while since I did the video, and I do apologize for that. I wanted to take a little bit of a break from doing Sniper Elite, but we're going to be finishing the game up. There's only like one mission left, or 2 missions left, I think, and you know, the DLC for the Target Fuhrer. But as you can see right there, the only one kill was the kill list. We got a detection score of 11. Going to be really hard on Authentic to not get that, depending on where the enemies are and what you're going through, but no alerts, no bodies detected, and stealth. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to leave that like and let me know what you think of the walkthrough and the game. We'll see you next time. Peace out. Bitches.